Hey guys, it's David from bootstrap.com. If you are wondering why I'm browsing Instagram while making this video, this is the thing. This is not an Instagram. This is project built with MDB 5, and this is what I'm gonna show you in this video. So how to build Instagram with use of MDB 5, and I strongly encourage you to check our projects lab because you're gonna find more projects like that. For example, Spotify, Airbnb, Gmail app, Messenger, YouTube page, and many more. If you want to check all the projects, navigate to mdbootstrap.com, go to Bootstrap 5 section, which is the newest MDB5 UI kit, scroll down to the lab section, and here you're gonna find more projects like this. Furthermore, each project has its own code available for you. If you change the view in the snippets, you're gonna see the full HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code ready for use for you. So you're gonna see how easily you can recreate almost any page, or literally any page, with use of MDB. And for now, without further ado, let's get started and let's build Instagram with MDB 5. Okay guys, so in order to start, let's get MD Bootstrap 5. Navigate to mdbootstrap.com, go to MDB5 section. You can find it over here in Technology Switch. Get started and hit the MDB download button. It's gonna download you a zip package. There are plenty ways to get MDB5. You can use npm. You can use our MDB CLI. I'm not gonna cover that in this video. Check our other tutorials. This is the way we're gonna use in this tutorial. So download it, unzip it, and open it with a Visual Studio Code. So this is what you're gonna see. This is what you're gonna get after downloading this package. I'm gonna hit go live and open this starting page. So this is the starting project here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get rid of this content which is already here. So get rid of this one. So we have body. Let's get rid of this custom script over there. We don't need them. Okay, and now we have empty project with all MDB linked to it. So we're gonna start with navbar. So we want to create this part. Let's go to MDB5 docs and let's search for navbar. I'm gonna get this basic example. I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna paste it, and let's see what we got here. So this is our navbar. Okay, we don't want that. So let's do following. Let's leave this container fluid, and let's leave this button. So this is the button which allows us to collapse our navbar. So on the smaller screen, this part becomes collapsible. So what we want to do, we want to leave it, and let's take care of this div. So actually we want to remove this one entirely, and we're gonna use something else instead. So let's create container. Let's add row, and now we're gonna create some empty row here. It's empty column actually, and create now MDB5 border. Let's see how it works. So we have it here. Oh, by the way, we still have this brand here. We don't want that for now. Okay, and let's add some content here so we could see it. Okay, so this is our content. Okay, so this is where we're gonna have our logo here. So let's add this one now. I'm gonna get this from docs. So we have this brand. Let's copy this one, or actually we want to have a logo, right? So Let's copy that. Okay, we have logo here. I'm gonna quickly get this address of original logo and replace it here. Yeah, now we have logo. Great. So now we're gonna add another column. And we want to have search over here. So let's go to forms, and let's copy this form and let's paste it inside. We don't want this button here. Right, we want to have this one. We don't want type query, we want to say search. We don't need this border anymore here. Okay, so now we have this basic setup, and now we're gonna create these icons over here. So let's do that. Let's collapse this one and this one. We don't need them for now. And let's move to the next one. And next one, we're gonna use call MD3. And here we're gonna use icons. So this one, let's use them. So we want to copy this UL element and let's paste it here. Yeah, we have them here. We want to align them. Now we want to replace these classes with justify content center. This is gonna align these icons over here. And what we have to do now, first of all, I want to enlarge them. So I'm gonna use FA large to make it bigger and text dark to make it darker. And now obviously we have to replace these icons. So I'm gonna search for it. Let's go to icons docs and let's search for them. I want to have home icon, home, this one, copy icon. So I have this icon here and I still want these two classes. Okay, so this is first one. Now second, it's plain. With this text F large and text dark. Okay, what else we have here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to have 2 more. Let's search for compass now. And we need empty. Yeah, empty one. Oh, actually, we will need to duplicate these icons. So let me do it differently. I'm just gonna copy this classes far and far compass. This is important when you're using font awesome icons to keep in mind the correct prefix. As you can see, this is using FAS, this is FAR. So it's important to know which prefix do you use. And then hard. We want hard. Is it empty? Yeah, it's empty. So this one, again, I'm just gonna copy these classes here. Okay, we got all the icons. Now I want to change this to avatar. So let's go to docs, navbar docs again. And let's go for avatar. And let's copy this avatar. Now let's paste it here. So we don't need that anymore. I'm gonna replace it with avatar. And here we have our nice avatar. Okay, so our navbar is ready. The last thing is that we want to put it inside the header part. So we know this is our heading. And now let's move to the main part. Okay, so in our main part, we're gonna start with container and some margins from the top. We want to have row inside, and we want to have, again, call MD1. So this is our empty div from left. Now we want to have call MD7. So this is, let's do it border. So you're gonna see that, oops, it doesn't work. It should be align. Let's see why. Oh, I have a typo here. It's call, not called. And now we can see that this has exactly the same width, and this is what we want. So we want to have the same size of these two elements. Okay, so we have it here, and let's add container for the right part, which gonna be, oh, again, called. What's going wrong with me today? Probably this is autumn coming. So border, and that's gonna be our second part over here. Okay, now we don't see it, but it's working fine. Okay, so now let's focus on the left column. And what we want to build here is this part first with the different people, and that's gonna be scrollable, and then obviously the part with the post itself. So let's start with this section. Okay, so let's have new section. We're gonna give it a class story container. Oh, this is called story. I forgot that this is where the story are shown. Let's give it some ID, so we could apply some styles if needed. And let's add first story. So I'm gonna create it like this: UL list item story, and here we want to add some image. And now I'm gonna copy avatar, so just this piece of code. Yeah, I'm gonna give it some other height, let's say 50. Let's add some avatar. Let's get rid of this lazy loading. We don't need it for now. And let's see how it works. Yeah, so this is our avatar. And now I'm gonna add some custom styles to style it, to give it this kind of look. So, and by the way, I also need span, which will contain username. So Billy M, let's say. And now let's add some custom styles to our code. So let's start with body. We want to give some grayish background. Let's say something like FA. So this is gonna give us this little bit grayish. You can see the difference here. Color. And now story. So what we want to do here, we want our story to have background color like totally white. So now you can see it's white. No. Margin auto, just to make sure that they are positioned correctly on all browsers. Border 1 pixel, solid, and something grayish, let's say DB. Let's set this height to 110 pixel. Border radius 5 pixel. Overflow hidden, we don't want to see scroll. and content going and position relative. Okay, so this is our box. Now we want to center this avatar. So 50%. Story container UL. Now we want to style our container, under the list. So we don't want to have any dots. Use some displays, some flags. Overflow Y set to auto and padding 20 pixel. And finally our story container ULLI padding 0.10 pixels. Display flags. Oops. And now flags direction column, align items center, justify content center. Obviously we could do the same with classes, so there are a few ways to do the same. I'm just doing this via styles as I'm working on them right now. And finally we want to have story container ULLI story class padding 2 pixel, and I'm gonna copy paste background linear gradient which I prepared before, and let's see how it looks. Oh, it doesn't work, and this is because our name is inside the div, so let's move it outside, and now voila, it's working fine. Okay, so now let me quickly create more avatars or more stories here. Okay, so our stories are ready, so we are ready to go and work on the main part, so on the post feed. So let's close this section, story section container, and let's create new section, and let's call it newsfeed with some margin. So it's gonna be our newsfeed. Okay, so we're gonna use MDB cards here. So I'm gonna create post div, and within this post we want to use card. Now we want to add some card body. And obviously you don't need to know this everything by heart. If you go to our docs, you're gonna see predefined cards which you can simply copy paste and use like this, and you have plenty of them. Now I know it by heart obviously, but you don't have to. And by the way, keep in mind that the whole code is available for you, and you're gonna find the link. You can find the link to description to that down below this video. Okay, so we want to have call MD8, and we want to have call MD4, and this is left and it's gonna be right, and this is because we want to have this avatar and these icons over here. So this is our story, and we want to have avatar here. some avatar. Let's make it 40. And then let's add some div here. And let's do username. Julia Art. Okay, oops, I used wrong one, so I should use some girl. Let me, oops, doesn't look like girl neither. Nope. Yeah, okay, let it be. And now on the right side we want to use this icon, so let's do that. So this is called ellipsis, and we want them horizontal. Some margins. Okay, and now we want to move this text to the right. So, oh, by the way, that didn't work as expected. That was supposed to be here. And we want to use the flex on this div. Great. And we want to have some margins. Or maybe even 3. Oh, I think 2 was enough. Okay, and finally we want to not here, but here. Float it to the right. Okay, so this is the very first part of our section here. Now it's time for a picture and icons. So this is our first row. Let's add some comment here. Okay, and now we want to have another one, which is picture or photo. Okay, so for this we're gonna use masks. So let's go to mask. So these are masks which are applied, but we want to apply them on hover. So we want to have something like this. So let's use this example as a basic one. Okay, so let's put it here. Oh, it's inside container and card. So we have to put it outside it. Usually you don't want to do that, but here we don't want to have this margins. So let's put it over here. Okay, now we have it. Right, so we have this hover effect over this. Let me change image source. Okay, so let's remove this rounded, or actually change it to rounded 0 to make it more sharp and look like Insta photo. Okay, now let's move to the next part, these icons. So this is our photo. We can collapse it here. And now let's move to interactions. So for interactions we want to reuse. So for interactions we want to reuse card body. And then again container, we're gonna use Bootstrap grid row, call MD8. And I want to have some icons over here again. So let's move to icons. And let's search for following. So we have heart. And we want to have it large. And some margins. Oops. Yeah. Now next one is comment icon, which is this one. Again, FA large, margin left 2. And the last one is paper plane. Oops, not here, here. And then again the same, or actually MY2, MX. Yeah. Okay, so we have these icons now ready. So, oh, we need one more. Okay, to the right. So this is 8, and this is call MD4, text right, call MD4, text right, and we want to have bookmark icon. Yeah, okay, so this section, interaction section, is ready now. So now let's move to the next section, which is liked by, and we're gonna have another row for this. So liked by, let's have a new row. Call MD8, some margin from the top probably will be useful here. And now again, let's copy avatar. Let's add small, liked by Janet T. And strong. Others. Yeah, probably we could have some margin here. Yeah, that looks better. And now let's move to the comment section. So that's gonna be another row. Oh, actually, it's not comment, right? I mean, this is the description. Okay, so this is description part. This will take full width, some margins. And now let's add some paragraph here, and then strong, text dark, Julia, art, Lorem, maybe something longer. Okay, and let's cut it somewhere here and add something like more to imitate, yeah, that this was truncated. Okay, so this is our description part. So now it's time for comments part. Okay. Comments. So let's add row. And then what we want to do, first we have as far as I remember, this part. So let's add it. So it's gonna be small view all 2137 comments. Okay, and then after that we want to have another paragraph, strong text, dark username Alex123, and some comment. Okay, next one, same. Let's call it Janet T. Let's make it longer. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I think we need some smaller margins. So margin bottom 0. Yeah, they are more stacked. And finally, here probably we need some more spacing. So let's change this this one to my1. Yeah, that's better. And now finally we have this 22 hours ago, and then the comment part. So let's add this small part and give it timestamp 22 hours ago. Okay, and now it's high time to have form. So this form, so let's do it like this. Comment form, and we're gonna have new row, add some margins already. Let's have some line here. Yeah, and now we need this input. So we're gonna go to inputs, input fields. I'm gonna use this one, and we're gonna use grid. Okay, and we don't need label here. Instead, we want to have a placeholder and say leave a comment. Yeah, and in the last column, we want to have paragraph text info. This is for the color. You can check other colors in docs post. Okay, so our post is ready. Let me now quickly create another one. Okay, so the second post is ready. So now it's high time to move to the right column. So this is the last step for us. So let's do it now. So we can collapse this one and focus on that one. And now, by the way, let's put some content here. What we want is we want to hide this. So we're gonna add these classes, the MD none and the LG block, to hide our column on smaller devices. So this is the smaller column, and now when we shrink it, it disappears on the smaller screens. Okay, so now let's focus on content. Let's create section here with some margin from the top. Okay, so once we have a row, let's add columns. So I'm going to use MD3. As left, it's avatar, and call MD9, and that's gonna be name. So here, okay, so let's start with avatar. I already had avatar, so let's copy paste some here. So this is our avatar. Let's make it a little bit bigger, 60. And now here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna use unordered list with some margins, paddings, and list unstyled, as we don't want dots, and list item, paragraph, actually paragraph with other classes, margins, text dark, margin top, and let's say Bill the programmer.js. Okay, another one, list item, span, margins, text dark, you already know that, Bill do. Let's have a look. Okay, so this part is ready. So this row, let's call it author or user. And now finally suggestion. So let's do suggestion. So let's have some div, and let's add small suggestions for you, and we're gonna use span float right, see all. Okay, and finally the last part is our suggestions, so let's do them now. So let's add comment suggested users, and we're gonna use grid now. So row, call MD2, this is left, or actually it's avatar, call MD8, so this is name, call MD2, and it's gonna be follow. Okay, here we have. So now let's get avatar. Let's make it smaller, 40. Let's give it some margin from the top. Okay, now here we want to reuse something we already did before. So let me copy this. Now let's do some changes over here, as we don't want paragraph over here. We want to have small class, small username. We're gonna add some styles to it in a second. Strong, let's say Bill the programmer, and this one will be span, also username, followed by John_1 plus 10 more. Okay, and now let's add this user name. We're gonna have font size 12 pixels. This is from custom style from Instagram, and we have this. And finally, follow button. So let's do it like that. PMT, let's say 2, follow, and let's add some class remaining. As font size 12 and color blue. So let's add paragraph. It's username for a text. We're gonna reuse the class. We should give a proper name to it. Follow. Let's add some margin top and let's say text primary. Okay. Maybe 4. Yeah. Okay, so now let me quickly add some more. So we have this row. And fill it with the content. Okay, and our Instagram post feed is ready. Okay guys, obviously we're missing some details, like this avatar doesn't match this one and so on, so we should align that all together, but these are just details. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you showed that very quickly using MDB you can recreate Instagram layout. As I mentioned before, you can also recreate on literally any page you want. So then again, I strongly encourage you to visit our lab. So go to MD Bootstrap 5, scroll down to lab, and you're gonna find more pages like this, like YouTube homepage, Facebook newsfeed, Alibaba, Amazon, and so on and so on. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments how do you like it, whether you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. We'll be right back.